All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us on Night View Review. We are here to review the fun time known as Ironheart. We had such a good time doing that. Pretty much, we watched it so you don't have to.
Woo! Definitely.
My initial impression is hot garbage. It was bad, and I think even Marvel knew it was bad because there is no advertising for it until like 2 weeks before it dropped. Like, I felt like they didn't try to hype it up at all. They're just like, here's a trailer, it comes out in 2 weeks.
There you go.
For me, I didn't know what I was getting into. I never heard of Ironheart, and so I was like, okay. And so through a lot of it was I was confused. Didn't really explain a lot what was going on for my end of it as a newbie. She wasn't likable. And for me, when you want to watch a hero movie or show, you want your hero to be likable.
Well, and be a hero.
Right. So in episode 1, I was trying to figure stuff out, and that honestly, that's what got me to keep going. For me, going, well, I don't understand the characters, I don't understand any of this, and it was trying to tie it into the Marvel universe for me, because I was wondering how it fit, the timeline of it, stuff like that.
Honestly, I feel like it didn't really fit anything they were trying to do on a broad arc. I think it was kind of more of oh yeah, here's Ironheart. I don't know why we're doing the show. We're just why not?
She builds a suit too, and everybody's into suits, and I'm like, well, we've had so many Marvel things that just didn't feel connected. And then as I was reading more about when it was supposed to come out, I don't know why they held on to it for years before they released it. That it was just, there were so many other Marvel things that had come out that you're I'm confused, for me.
Yeah, but I think the reason they held on to it is because I think they knew it was really bad, and they were just I don't think, and Marvel was they're still in a rut for sure with their movies.
This usually works.
Well, performance issues, not uncommon. 1 out of 5.
They broke so much trust that they're just this is gonna bomb hard if we release it now, and I think they just got to the point where they're well, we can't keep delaying it, so we're gonna just throw it out there now and see if it hits. And obviously it was a big flop. Just wasn't good. A part of the problem is you're making a story about a character no one cares for or likes.
Damn you, certain.
Everyone thinks it's just trying to replace Iron Man at this point, and replace him with a character that doesn't even respect really Iron Man. She just is just ripping him the whole time, of basically just saying it's only because he had money. I could do what he did, but
I don't have the money.
And it's give me a break.
I'm the best.
Couldn't she have all of those things that she was doing for the other students that got her in trouble in episode 1? Couldn't she have sold those to companies? Because you would think companies would be interested in that personal protection bubble that she produced and made.
Oh yeah.
And she could have not been in a cubicle trying to get along with people that she doesn't like for minimum wage, the way that it made it feel in the show. That she could have, what is the word I'm looking for, where you have an invention and you go and get a
patent?
Yeah, she could patent it and then sold it.
Or, gone to any of these tech companies and you can, so it just gets annoying right off the bat. So she gets kicked out because she needed the money to build the suit, because apparently the Tony Stark Fellowship wasn't paying enough for her to do her stuff. Whatever. But here's my problem. If you could actually build an Iron Man suit, I don't think you would have money problems. There'd be, whether it's MIT or some other tech company, they would be paying you to, make them the suit. It's just not believable.
Like I said, I was lost. I didn't understand why she needed the money, because she was getting everything paid for, and and I didn't understand. And it didn't lead you to believe she was doing something on the side in secret, that she was actually building the Iron Man suit right there in the lab in MIT. And then it didn't explain how they got the energy to make the suit work. Then they had, as she's stealing, she stole the suit when they kicked her out, and then they had the gay AI pencil, because that's what he called himself, on her screen.
I'm gay. And do you have a problem with it? And if you do, I don't care.
And then all of a sudden she crashes, and you're like,
because they locked her out. Yeah,
it didn't really explain that well. And then they didn't come to retrieve the rest of the suit. She just put it, drug it home. I mean, that didn't make sense to me.
Well, here's also a part of that didn't make sense. Like, so technically it should be property of MIT, even if she used the money from all the stuff that she sold, because she probably had some sort of contract of anything I make is probably MIT property, but they just let her leave with it. No cops ever come to retrieve it, nothing. Like, that wouldn't happen.
That didn't make sense to me. And then when she was going to junkyards and how, she wants to be epic, and then entwined with that is her dealing with her best friend and her stepdad getting killed by a drive-by. So you have that going on in the background, that she's angsty, or however her character's supposed to be, and you're just like annoyed by her. You're just like, I don't have any sympathy that you lost your stepdad and your stepsister.
Look at little Iron Man Jr. Gonna cry?
Yeah, like the way she was like dealing with the trauma was super annoying, because it just showed like, I'm just stuck, like I'm not gonna improve. Yeah, it was so badly written.
Well, yeah, the world's against me, and the only way, and everything I'm doing, they're against me because I want to be epic, and I want to be
or
bigger
iconic.
Yes, or I want to be bigger than Tony Stark.
Oh, he's pissed. He thinks he failed. Which, of course, he did, but, there's a lot of that going around, ain't there?
Honestly, until this exact second, I thought you were Build-A-Bear.
Maybe I am.
And what other names? Prim or whatever that was in the beginning, and you're just like...
Oh yeah, because at the very beginning it was like, we're going to be bigger than Pam, bigger than Stark combined. And then it just comes to, oh no, I'm making this suit because I want to help people. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure all of it 100% came down to just her own vanity of, I want to build a suit because she says, because I can.
Yeah, she doesn't like tie that, because you kind of think, okay, she's building the suit to stop people from dying from the drive-bys like her family did, but every answer she ever gave was because I can, and would walk away. And then even when they pressed her on it, she never really came up with a better answer. When she was getting tryout to go into their gang, she's in the elevator, she tries to jerry-rig it to get it to open. How does she pry that metal bar off the side of the wall? I mean, like, how freaking strong is she? I was like, does she
lift like a 400-pound elevator door?
Yeah, I was like, where did that come from?
Or, like using your bare teeth to strip a wire. I'm sure every electrician's like giving their thumbs up of approval on that one.
Did you just call me dumb?
So the strength part of it, when she's like 4'9" or however tall she is and weighs 85 pounds, I'm like, nah, that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, that was really bad. Like, she can just rip a steel bar off the side of the elevator and then use it to lift a 400-pound door. Yeah, like, that was that. They should have just had her defuse the bomb thing, or not a bomb, or gas, or whatever.
Whatever that was. It was very confusing. And then
that would have been better.
Yeah, then she's like, no, I'm not going to do it. And then she does.
Oh, boy.
And then you're just like, okay. And then she's like, we're not going to hurt people, right? And he's like, no, basically, we're just going to rip off the rich people. Uh-oh. And I'm like, okay.
I think he said that, like, they might get hurt, but we're not, like...
No, he says they're just going over after rich people. So anything...
Is that what it was? I thought he said...
Well, it kind of felt that way. It was like, we're only going to take from the rich people because they can't get hurt. Because that's what they did. They were making people who had worked in their companies. He wanted a piece of the pie, made them sign that contract. And what was it with the contract? It never even like, is it something that they're in his power, or was it just a way to get more money?
Wait, are you meaning the contracts that he made them sign when they were?
Yeah.
I think it was basically just signing over the like one a salary plus signing over like controlling interest of the companies, because they were all companies like, because we're gonna spoil everything because this show's awful and you guys shouldn't watch it anyways. They were ripping off all the subsidiary companies of his dad's like main company, so they were like taking all these different parts.
I didn't catch that.
So that, but I guess his company's public, and in a sense he got enough controlling interest of these other places to be like the head guy.
And then you don't understand about the cape. That doesn't make sense. And then he's getting all these tattoos. So is he getting poisoned and he's covering it up because his brother's tattooing him? And you're kind of going, or is it taking him over and he's turning him evil? You're like, what the crap's going on with the cape?
So it didn't explain that very well, but also at the same time, I was curious about the Hood's origin story, which they completely just butchered. I don't know if butchered's even the right word, of just they were like, hey, we don't like this, so we're going to change it to something else.
Scratch that. I don't think we're going anywhere.
Which I didn't think really fit, to be honest, because in the comics, the way he gets the Hood is he actually takes it from a demon. Like, I don't know. So he gets in the fight with like a demon, and the powers actually don't come from Mephisto like in the TV show. It actually comes from Dormammu. And then eventually, I think in like the Hood story, he breaks free of Dormammu and is able to like use the cloak. And well, he had two items in the comics: it was cloak, or it was the Hood, and then he had the boots, which they didn't even give him in the show. They didn't give him the boots. But I think like at one point, Dormammu was like either like stealing his soul or taking him over, and then eventually he like broke free, and I think he could use the Hood whatever way he wanted, like without any consequences. Right. But I think that's infinitely more interesting than what they decided to do in the show, of just like a demon out there like, hey, I'm gonna just take your soul, and I'm like, yeah, it's kind of boring.
You didn't even learn that until the very last episode.
Yeah, and I don't know. I thought that story was kind of boring, to be honest. I'm just like, typical, demon, nothing what do you want in exchange? Nothing you're gonna miss. Okay.
So, and then she goes, are we gonna
Who wrote this script?
Are we more like Ocean's 11, or what was the other reference?
Oh yeah, that's actually also a huge problem of the show, is there really wasn't a plot to it. Like, there was no aim, there was no end goal, there was no like objective to be achieved. It was just, I have a suit, I wrecked my suit, I repaired my suit, I'm gonna rob a whole bunch of people. Oh,
I fell asleep, my dead friend came back to my dead sister, came back to life as an AI, and then you didn't even explain that. You're supposed to just understand that that's what happened.
Yeah, the cloning with like the brain bringing back her friend was weird.
Yeah,
like, as the AI
draining her mother's electricity out of her apartment.
Oh, dude, that's also another huge problem I have with the show. Like, dude, I'm supposed to believe that you have the power, like energy power, to power your stupid suit and do all this stuff. I'm like, that was the whole point. Like in Iron Man 1 and 2 is, people couldn't do these suits because they couldn't power them, because you needed the arc reactor, which only Tony Stark could make. And so I'm supposed to believe, because they mentioned it in the show, that her Iron Man suit runs off of solar and wind.
But I do have a special power. I know I do.
There's nothing special about you, dude. Get over yourself.
Like, give me a break.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way you're going to get enough power to power that suit off of solar and wind.
Not off wind. Wind you can't. No.
They're just super inefficient. Like, I've seen solar power in action, and it's terrible. It's not
I mean, yeah, we have solar panels, and if you have a couple of non-sunny days, you're screwed.
Exactly.
And then how are you going to use all of that at night. I mean, my car was hard on the car battery because I don't charge enough because I don't drive long enough, and that's just the electronics in my car. You know, like, yeah, the whole part of that was dumb to me. And then I actually liked the AI Natalie better than I liked Riri. So
yeah, she was a way better character for sure.
I liked her better. So, and then Obadiah's son was an absolute moron.
I don't have a brain.
He just wanted him to.
Get a hold of yourself, man.
I couldn't even figure out who he was until like the Ash part of it, and I'm like, and then it took me a minute because it's been so long since Iron Man's been out that you're like, how are these tying in? And then what got me is, then she finds her mother's friends are witches or whatever Doctor Strange is, but nobody will help her. Nobody will give her information. Nobody will help her. All of that was like frustrating to me, that she was always by herself fighting everybody, trying to get, I don't know, information. And then the mother's like, her daughter was better than Doctor Strange. And I got that vibe too. And I was like, okay.
Oh, that bothered me. So like when they go visit the like witchcraft people, and it turns out they're actual like witches. And it's like, okay, she trained a little bit at Comertage, sure, and then all of a sudden like her daughter's this prodigy with like very basic training, like
she pulled her out of that Doctor Strange went to, and she's so much better. But we weren't going to help you because we're afraid. Okay.
I kind of feel, like I feel like their characters were completely pointless. They like literally they were only there to be like, oh yeah, by the way, the cape is magical. It comes from like the demon realm. So good luck with that. Bye.
I'm just gonna close the door.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, like you're not gonna help at all. You're just gonna be like, no, we're gonna go back to selling our herbs and here. Clear the energy. Anyways, thanks for coming.
Hi.
Just like, dude, stupid.
Well, and then making her suit out of her stepdad's old car. I was
that
like,
one bothered me. I'm like, you're gonna make a friggin' suit out of a car. Like, oh.
And then the only way to power it, because the other one was powered differently, is by magic, and then it gets rid of the AI. And I'm like, I'm so confused. I'm trying, but I'm confused.
Yeah, don't think, just consume. You're not supposed to think about it.
Then she loses her AI because the magic and the AI aren't compatible. And you're just like, at that point, I was like, I don't care if she dies. I don't care if she ever comes back. And then at the end with the cliffhanger, I'm like, I don't care if she takes the cape and becomes evil at this point.
Oh yeah, because she had the lines. So it's like, okay, she's gonna die. Cool. Like her friend's more interesting. Have her become Ironheart.
Well, and at the end, at the end of all of the episodes, it leaves you on a cliffhanger, and I have no intentions of watching anymore because I don't care. I mean, to me, she's already like what's the guy in the red cape's name in the show?
Like his actual name or just like his code name?
His character name.
Oh crap! See, I can't even remember.
So anyway, he already said you're a thief. It's true.
Oh yeah, it's like you're sitting there trying to say like you're all good now, and it's like you're
her to make money than one that she chose, and it made it that this was the only way, by cheating, by stealing, and that's the only way she could get money because she's not a billionaire like Tony Stark.
I'm only 23. I can't even pay my rent. I can't even buy a jar of pickles. I love pickle juice.
That's what I got out of it, and I'm like, and I like Iron Man.
Yeah, everyone loves Iron Man. And what kills me though is they have that part in the show where like, dude, I can't even remember his name, but he was like the brother to the girl that died, and she's like, "Am I a bad person?" And I'm sitting there like,
boink, duh.
You're a bad person. Like you're completely selfish. You only care about yourself. You don't care who gets hurt in the process. Like everything you do is just to further your own ego. On top of that, like, does she even do anything remotely smart in the show? Like it tells you for like 14 times that Riri Williams is a genius, and I'm like, okay, well, where's the part where we actually get to see her be a genius?
The truth is, I'm just too smart. And with how smart I am, I'll always be successful and therefore have money.
It's because anytime she runs into some sort of roadblock or stumble or fall where she can't get over the problem, she has a panic attack.
Yeah, and we get the flashbacks of her dead stepsister. And
she just has a panic attack, can't do anything, and it's like, okay, well, the moment you actually like need to use your genius and figure something out, you just deer in headlights, and it's just like, dude, who wrote this? Who wrote this and greenlit it and thought, like, and you're filming it and you think, oh yeah, this is good. Like, where's the guy in the room that's like, no, this is terrible?
I don't know, because you wonder with the actors and everything that, I mean, I can understand you got this role, you're working and you're going to do the show, but there's some of them you're less like, does nobody can see this is going to be sucky?
Yeah. I mean, you feel bad for the actors because, you know, they think, hey, I'm going to be in a Marvel project, like it's going to help my career. And it's just like, and then you're having to try and defend it because it's like, I'm just trying to have a career here. I know it sucks, but like in these interviews, it's not that bad, you know? I thought we did good work. And it's like, I guess.
Yeah. So
but you feel bad because it's like, you just kill your own career if you trash your work. Like if you were like the girl who played it and thought like, oh yeah, this sucks. Like, okay, they're never going to want to work with you again.
Right. I agree. But anyway, it was confusing. It landed on a cliffhanger to get you to want to watch more. But from everything that I've done online and seen, that they aren't going to do another season.
it was a complete and total flop, and it's not getting another season.
So I figure she's going to take the cape, because she's not a strong moral character and she's going to be evil. That was what I thought the next season was going to be about.
I mean, it would fit more in character for sure.
Yeah, you know, and she doesn't have her friend, the AI, to keep her on the straight and narrow anymore. So I wouldn't rank this as the worst thing that I've ever seen, but it's definitely in my top.
So, but what about like as far as Marvel? Like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, like is it like the worst thing you think?
Since they've killed off the characters, there's nothing that's come from Marvel since the original characters, the original
Endgame.
Avengers. Yeah, there's not the rest after that is trash. Everything before that, I've really enjoyed.
Ironheart was, I think, definitely a product of their own hubris, and they just thought, hey, we can't do any wrong, and it's proven like, yeah, you can do a lot wrong when you just, you know, have no quality control. They just let it fly off the handle. And, you know, Ironheart's a product of I think, at the end of the day, it all starts at the top, and it's Kevin Feige. And I think he's starting to realize the damage that's been done. And but it goes back to just, you greenlit too many things without oversight. And, you know, part of what made Marvel so great in the first place was you had this plan of, we're going to do all these movies, we're going to build a world, and then we're going to have it like in an event. And then for some reason they're just like, okay, now it's time to push content with no oversight, and it's just crap. And then not only that, none of the creators talk to each other, and the overlap starts not making any sense between, like, if you watched WandaVision and then you go watch Doctor Strange, what is it, like Multiverse of Madness, the stories just don't make any sense. They completely butchered Wanda's character from WandaVision to that one. And then you come to find out later on that like the writers didn't even like watch or talk to the writers from WandaVision. And I'm like, how is that happening? Like, what are you doing?
Because WandaVision, I watched that and that wasn't that bad. I was like, but what?
No, WandaVision was solid, and that's about like the only good thing they've done since Endgame.
But they destroyed her character in that Doctor Strange movie. They completely obliterated her character.
Yeah,
how do you like pull that out? But yeah, I think that part of the problem is they have an agenda and they aren't trying to tell a story. They have an agenda and they have to make the story fit their agenda, and it's not
100%.
working. And that's what made the comic books so good, is because you took regular people that they got these powers, and like Superman, not Superman, your shirt, Spider-Man. He was just a regular kid, had no money, and he was trying to be the hero, you know, to make up for whatever happened with his uncle. you know, they were relatable. I mean, that's a lot of times like where Superman was could be at times unrelatable for me because he was too perfect. He was too invincible. Whereas Marvel characters give him a little, like Batman, or, you know, give him a little grit, you know, have them be regular people, and then become better, try to do better, and then you're rooting for them, you want them. And then, but there was nothing with Riri that she's got it all. I got the smarts, everything's owed to me, it doesn't matter how I get the money as long as I get the money. And
celebrate me.
And then you're like, okay, so she got her first bit of money. You didn't even see what she really did with the money. Did she put it into the iron suit or what? You know what I mean?
Yeah, everything was
all the money in there and dancing, and you're like, okay, well, what does she do with that money?
Yeah, and then my other problem is it's like, okay, Riri's the super genius, but what is she doing with it? Just copying Iron Man. I want to be iconic, okay? Well, it's not iconic to do something that Tony Stark has already done. And her suit wasn't even that good. Like, it was, like, the design of it, the function of it, all of it sucked.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, you're trying to be Iron Man, but I'm like, you're not even half as good as he was. You know, and it just comes back to that clip from the first Iron Man that it's like, he built this in a cave with a box of scraps. And it's like, okay, so obviously you can't even do half as well as what he did when he had to.
He built the arc reactor in a cave, yes.
Yeah. So I mean,
so the billions wasn't what.
When they have to keep telling you she's a genius, it's kind of like, you don't have anything that's going to show us that she's a genius because you got to just tell us.
So, but didn't you also say that the comic book didn't do well as well? Either?
No, it was like one of the worst selling, like least popular comics, like, because Ironheart's a relatively new character. I think she was created in like 2016.
Okay.
And it was not well received, and I can see why, because it's just lazy writing. It's just, okay, you just made another Iron Man and changed the skin color, and you couldn't just create a new character. Yeah, like, and then it just bothers me because I'm like, you have like plenty of cool Marvel characters you could do content on that you don't have that are original. Like, you have Blade. I think Blade is cool.
Yeah.
But no, we're going to do Ironheart, which is like just a poor man's version of Iron Man that no one cares about.
Well, just the characters are just not likable. I didn't find any of the characters likable.
Yeah. That's the biggest issue.
You weren't invested in the character. You weren't worried when she was trying to, if she was going to get killed or something. You'd be like, okay.
Like, hope something happens. It'd be interesting at least. Like Game of Thrones,
other
plot
than
twist. The friend's Ironheart now.
Live, laugh, love.
Dude, I never want to see a live, laugh, love sign for the rest of my life. Like, that got so old. I swear, his character, I swear, is how Hollywood views like middle-class white people.
That's what I was wondering. Is that what they think? Like white people,
like maybe not middle class, but like middle of the country, like Midwest people. Like, I swear that's how they view him. And I'm just like, dude, no wonder you have lost sight of your audience and you just are losing money everywhere you turn. Because if that's what you think, like, that's why people aren't watching your garbage. So yeah, I can't recommend enough to not watch the show and just, save the 6 hours, because it was brutal trying to get through that thing.
Well, and then we couldn't even get Remy to watch it. Not at all. He was flat out not going to watch it. So that's why I only got two of us. We were the only ones that were willing to watch.
We suffered through this for you guys. Don't forget. We are here for you. So yes. I give it my final rating, though, 1 out of 10. Like, if I could give it a 0, like, I don't know if we can go 0, but if I can, it's 0. Like, don't watch it. It's a waste of time. Like, I can't think of any redeeming part of it other than maybe, like, she's gonna die, but plot armor so hard that if it was a season 2, of course she's not.
I mean, I just think it would make her even more unlikable. I don't know.
Yeah, she just wasn't a good character, wasn't a good person, did nothing heroic the whole show, didn't save anybody. It was just like a episode of, like, how big is Riri's ego this episode?
You know what? All of you better duck, because I'm about to turn left, and I don't want to smack you with my dick.
All right, guys. I think we've rambled on long enough, and then I'll end the review here, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Sounds good. Bye.